Wow.
We're live.
Hello.
Live.
Zero viewers. See if we can get that up by the end of this.
I want to play.
Hello, KPS Nation.
Yes.
Coming to you again, live stream.
Kick punch
Monday
stomp.
Night Raw review from the comfort of all three of our homes.
Yay.
Or is it one home and we're just in different rooms?
Yeah,
Well, that'd be weird. I mean, like, we could at least be neighbors.
maybe.
I like the idea that we're in the same house, but this is the best way to do it.
I would live with you guys.
But yeah, no, it was a decent Raw. I mean, what was it, like 5 matches?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was pretty good. Let's get intros out of the way. Shane Burns with you.
Yeah, I'm Dylan Fleury. I know it says in the corner kick punch stomp because I'm on the kick punch stomp account, but it says your names if you ever noticed.
Oh,
Wow.
Your little box.
What a story.
But mine says kick punch stomp. But I'm Dylan. Yeah, that was intro over.
I'm also Dylan.
No,
No,
we only
I'm
allowed one Dylan.
doing my cowboy policeman hat thing. Next week I'm gonna have like a shawl to go around.
Well, don't spoil it. I like
Maybe I
not
will.
knowing. I like just
not
you
gonna wear
popping
a
up on my on the feed, and it's just you.
That shouts to Breezango, man.
Yeah.
Like, the
Pretty much.
upcoming Breezango ride along with Dango shirtless in his cowboy hat with the evidence board behind him. I put it up on the KPS Twitter earlier at Kick Punch Stomp, and probably the best ride along ever. So Johnny, I'm taking that as a shout out to that, buddy.
It's going to be tough to beat KO and Jericho, but I could definitely see that giving it a run for its money.
That's gonna be the best one.
Just give Breezango a chance, you know. That's all.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
all they need.
Exactly.
They'll take it home, man.
They're going to win the. Oh, are they? No, they're not in the Clash of Champions match. I forgot.
Why would they be?
Why wouldn't they be?
Those guys don't wrestle. Are you kidding me? They're just there for skits, man.
True.
Listen.
But yeah. Anyways, that's so we'll get into Raw. Yeah.
Into Raw.
Open with Samoa Joe cutting a very long promo.
It was a good promo.
It was, but it felt like I don't know. He was losing the crowd. It felt like they were doing it to kind of like get people annoyed by him. So when Roman came out, it was going to be a big pop, and it just completely backfired.
That's what always does.
Yeah, it was when they cut to the Shield and Seth was like, "Yeah, get the big dog."
Oh god, that was so gross.
That was why Joe was rambling the whole time, because they had to do this awkward backstage thing with Roman instead of just having him, like, I don't know, come out and do the normal thing. I don't know. It came off weird, man.
Well, I liked how Dean went and got him, and then instead of like telling him and then Roman going to the ring, Roman had to come to the screen and see Joe in the ring first. By himself. Like, I don't know, Dean's always messing with me, lying about things.
He didn't believe him. He's like, I don't know, Ambrose, I gotta see this shit. Yeah. And like, Roman's not anywhere near a TV. You know? Like, they always show these guys in the back, and they're like so fucking incompetent and not doing their jobs. You know, it's like always like they're never watching the show. They're showing up at like 11 on Raw in the limo. You know, shit like that. Like, what these guys, they work 3 hours a week, you know, on TV. I know they do the house shows, but they're like, it's 3 hours of TV a week, man. Show the fuck up, watch the goddamn monitor from the side like a weirdo, you know, and you know that should be it, man.
Yeah, and they never have seats or anything. Like, I want to see one guy sitting down at some point.
There are no chairs.
There are no chairs. Just like cameramen don't exist. They film shit and they're not there and they don't witness it. Like horrible murders and assaults and kidnappings and shit over the years, and they're just not there. They're not there.
We're near. There are no chairs, as we just.
I don't know. The Shield kind of coming off pretty stupid. I don't know.
Oh my god, it was so obvious what was going to happen.
Exactly. And they just keep. I don't know. Like the Bar and Joe are coming off like the smarter, more cohesive team, which is kind of weird because it's the Shield.
Well, and also it doesn't feel like the Shield, right? Because they're constantly changing their gear, and like they'll show up in their shirts, but then they're not wrestling in the riot gear. Or, like Dean had the shirt on, but like Seth didn't, and it's just like they're not the Shield. It's weird.
It's messy. Dean always had the tank top going on anyway.
Yeah, but he always had the vest too.
No, he ditched the vest later. Like as it went on, he ditched the vest.
Like really? No, are you sure? Yeah. Like even when they were wrestling,
he wore like a what do you call it, singlet top kind of thing for like a good while there with the Shield.
Yeah, it was
Oh.
pretty sexy.
But it was still like they all match, right? It was all black and everything.
Oh yeah, they're just pushing those stupid shirts, man.
But they're not even wearing like they wear the shirts and I don't know. It's just
You gotta take them off to wrestle.
they don't take them off though. Well, Dean doesn't, but
Dean never takes his shirt off, man. Was Dean ever? It's like that one time it got ripped off, and he was like, "Rah!" and he just like ripped it off and used it like a weapon. That was like the only time.
yeah, Dean's got that pot belly. He doesn't want to show apparently.
Yeah, man.
Very insecure about his body.
But you know, it's the holiday season, so they're going to be pushing those t-shirts fucking hard.
Yeah,
And so, like, everybody was pushing t-shirts hard. They're pushing t-shirts really hard right now.
yeah, it's true. Eh? Yeah, they got a lot of new ones. A lot of good deals too. That's
yeah.
still running, but
What are you doing? Hey, check out www.shop.com.
They'll pick us up, man. They'll pay. We'll do one of those WWE shop segments. Like they give you 2 minutes and you just riff.
Oh, those really terrible ones that are always backstage.
Oh man, those come off great. They just like they let the guys freestyle. It comes off awesome. Come on.
Yeah, we should definitely do a parody of that then.
I agree.
Yes, let's do
We
it.
get all our shirts.
We'll do it for our KPS shirts, the 3 that I made.
Yes.
We only have those 3.
We'll
We're
auction them
selling
off.
3 shirts.
Well, they're not for sale; they're for show. But
All worn once, cannot be washed.
yeah, I can make you one, but it'll take up to 1 year,
Yeah.
Ship.
and you have
With-
to pay
with,
for the shirt. It's the
With
black.
added KPS Musk for free,
Yes.
which
Musk is-
was accumulated during like a fucking what felt like 7.5-hour indie wrestling show
Yes.
one day.
God, yes.
Because it was technically that long.
And indie just drags sometimes. Anyway, back to Raw,
Yeah.
boys.
Back to Raw.
It is a Raw.
The bar attacked obviously, and then Seth and Dean came out, and the bar got the upper
It was
hand.
fine. I just like again, we're just still in this bar Seth Dean fucking vortex, and like I feel like maybe it'll never end at
No.
this point.
Doesn't look like it. Yeah, I don't know. Then what did we go to next? What was next? It was it was right. Did we have the Seth match right away? Seth and
No, it was women's.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
It was like women's tag, which is fine, but kind of went nowhere.
Was what it was.
It was obvious like Paige and crew are going to look strong off the top here, so they're going to win all these kind of meaningless matches.
It was kind of a weird finish too.
Yeah, I don't know. Like if you're gonna bring up these 2 kind of no-name girls without any real NXT history either, you kind of got to put them over a little harder than that shit. If you ask me, like they really should be like hitting finishers and like being badasses and stuff, and they look kind of weak. Like Paige is obviously like the center show, but come on.
Why was it like a 6-man anyway to get DeVille in there?
Because they did a 6-man on SmackDown, and they don't want to copy too much.
Oh my god, they just like Jesus Christ. They're already such copies of each other, but like I don't know. They got to find a way to actually split them and make them a little different.
This one's called Absolution. The other one's called whatever it's called.
The Riot Squad. Come on, it's so easy. It's her name.
Ruby Riot?
Really?
Her name was Big Bird.
Way off.
Right.
But yeah, but I mean, skipping ahead a bit, but they did kind of just had them get beat up, like the woman, like that Absolution group,
Yeah.
which was weird.
I mean, they were kind of setting that up the whole way through. But yeah, we'll just link those 2 segments because it's basically the same thing.
Mhm.
Like they've gone at the whole women's roster. I mean, that was going to be a comeuppance at some point, but
She seemed so quick, so early.
2 weeks, yeah.
What?
It's been like 2 weeks since they came. Now they're getting fucked.
Yeah,
I
that's
know,
what I'm
they're
saying. It's
served
like
already. So
instantly.
I think they're actually setting up like it feels like someone else is going to get added to the crew because they're exactly the same as the SmackDown crew. Groups are usually good in 4s unless they're trying to go with this like Shield, New Day, Wyatt family thing nowadays. But I think like they could use some muscle, and you know who's the best muscle on Raw?
Nia Jax.
There it is, buddy.
Actually, I'm
Asuka.
still mad at her. I'm sorry.
Would it be Asuka though?
Oh Jesus,
Oh.
fuck that.
You can't do that now.
I could see it.
Veto. I veto that.
Yeah, I also veto that. That's a 2-1, buddy. That's a 2-1.
Okay, you can veto it, but it's not like we have creative.
We apparently have a new voting system.
Yeah.
Just started right now.
Yeah, what the shit? That's not fair.
I don't know. I don't even know why they're screwing around with like Asuka and Paige. Like I think Asuka should just be still straight murdering chicks and I don't know, waiting for something bigger.
Why did the roster help her? Like, isn't she been killing girls for a while now? Like,
yeah, it's so true, eh?
Well, they keep threatening Asuka, and it's like maybe Asuka will pull some like double swerve and like join and then not join or some shit. But like that feels kind of lame and done.
Classic Daniel Bryan Wyatt family move.
Yeah, exactly.
Shenanigans.
Just pretend for a couple of weeks and then I don't know, man. I mean, I was thinking it could be Dana Brooke too, but she just joined Titus Brand. So hey, she's still muscle. She's still muscle. You know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know what? But Asuka would fit too because she's super pale too, and Paige is super.
Just a pale crew.
In the crew.
You need to balance out.
Mandy Rose is in that crew, right? I get them confused.
Yeah. We were talking about that earlier.
She's like crazy tanned. I think she's tanned enough for everyone.
Mandy Rose is quite sexy. If I do say so myself.
Yes, I second that.
Wouldn't mind.
You guys can have that. I thought she actually looked a lot better in the ring too.
Pretty good.
Like she's been around for what, like a year and a half now, 2 years, probably training.
Like wrestling, like a year.
Yeah, and she's been doing NXT circuits and stuff, and like I don't know, she's a lot better than the last time I saw her. They were trying to push her in NXT or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's it's nice when like these girls that could just be models and arm candy go out and actually become workers.
Yeah, so, completely different from like 10 years ago where she literally would have just been in bikini contests, right?
Big time. Like she would have done that whole like train for 2 weeks and just go on TV thing.
Yeah.
So they actually made her stay down for 2 years, which I was really surprised by, man. That chick is like covers and shit, like ready to go. I don't know why they were holding her down.
Muscle and fitness, yeah.
John, you got that issue?
Bro, man, I got all the issues of muscle. That's my vice.
Had a subscription to Maxim for years there. Hey, Johnny?
Vogue, Tiger Beat. That's about it.
Tiger Beat? Teen Vogue?
Teen Vogue as well, yes.
I love picturing John reading Muscle Fitness and drinking like a 2 liter of Coke.
Yeah,
someday I'm gonna.
Oh man, I'm gonna get so shredded next week.
One day this Coke will be milk.
Oh.
Chugging 4 liters of milk. But yeah, I don't really going back to Absolution. I don't really exactly know where that's headed because the beatdown's really early, except for someone getting added and flipping the tables like with a swerve. Like it feels like a swerve or something because I don't know. Like why would you have what's the payoff if it's like the entire women's roster fighting each other right now?
Yeah, it's weird.
And it's 6-on-3. Like it's kind of nice that there's 9 women now.
Roster and it's only 6-on-3. That's part.
But that's an improvement over a few months ago when it would have like 3-on-3.
Just
yeah, basically.
Here, we're gonna split you down the middle.
I don't know, man. I hope they do something with it because it's like getting kind of stale, and like Paige deserves something pretty good because she's one of the better characters and legitimate workers they have.
Mm-hmm. Then we had the Fatal 4-Way to replace Rick Swan.
Oh my God!
Got a little bit of trouble over the weekend.
Yeah. All respect to Rich Swan and like his upbringing in life and stuff like that because I know he's had a kind of a tough go, but that ain't cool. DV ain't cool, man. So I don't know. I kind of hope I don't see Rich Swan for a while, to be honest with you.
You definitely won't, right? Because he's can get some serious jail time. You probably won't, but like
I mean, it's one of those things where like it'll probably all go away and stuff, but I bet you he's off TV for 4 or 6 months easy. And they might just quietly end up releasing him or something. So
very easily.
I mean, like I like him, but he's not special enough to like swim through something like that. Like he's a nice story, he's a good worker, but like I don't think any real cruiserweight has done enough to be big enough to survive something like that.
No,
come on.
Drew
Gulak was out.
Gabba Gulak.
Get to it. Hey, Gabba Gulak! Don't tell me.
Sliding to Gulak, holy shit, that guy's incredible.
So funny! Oh my God, give him the belt right now, or else I'm walking away.
I don't know. Are they doing that? What do you guys think? Like
they should.
I think that's a better storyline going through, right? Just having Cedric Alexander kind of get it now. I think it really works into it because they're playing the seeds, and it could be fun. It could be an interesting kind of match. Playing around with like Enzo being like, "Yo, lay down and take the pin," and he lays down, but then tries to roll him up.
Yeah,
oh yes,
classic
top rope moves though.
Yeah, and he pulls out a top rope move to try to win.
Ooh, I like that. I like that.
Ooh.
But like, you know, does Gulak turn face out of it, or does he stay heel, or like? Because it seems like basically every heel on 205 is on the Zo train. So if he's not on the Zo train, is he a heel anymore? I don't know.
I think he should go face. I think he could. It's like it seems like he's slowly starting to get over a bit. Like people are starting to kind of get with his gimmick. He's the only real one who kind of really has a gimmick to begin with.
It's true.
What, what the fuck does Mustafa Ali do? Like aside from wearing the worst attire ever,
He's the Power Ranger guy.
oh my god, he's the worst. The worst thing.
Those shirts, man. Those shirts are like they remind me of The Rock actually, and his terrible goddamn shirt game back in the day.
Oh, I had the best shirt game. What are you talking about?
Get out of here! Like
the crop
Shirts
top.
are like $500, man.
that doesn't make it good.
Yeah, no,
Doesn't make
the
it
money
good.
means it's good.
Good. Well, we'll look up some $500 T-shirts and rate them at some point. Then, how about that?
If the Rock wore it, it depends if the Rock wore it or not. I'm not gonna wear bad clothes, all right? You know.
So Mustafa Ali though does not count. Like he could wear The Rock's reject clothes and still look like a piece of shit. I thought it was pretty clear that Cedric was going to win this thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like he's a pretty easy swap for Swan. Like they're tag partners. They, you know,
the other black guy.
and like in terms of how they usually book guys, yeah, he's like he's the other black guy. That's probably how they see him, you know. And like it sucks because I know they always got confused with each other on the indies a lot, and I heard them actually talk about that. Like,
oh really?
Like Cedric was on his Twitter like, "No man, I'm not Rich Swan." Like,
man, there's three of them.
That's another
Leo Rush.
Yeah. But yeah, you can see Cedric winning. Like character wise too, he's like the only guy that can really slide in there that's worth a shit right now. So I kind of thought he'd be like this kind of dark horse long term story for the title. If they didn't bring in anyone else, like out of the division right now, he could probably be the best like WrestleMania challenger to Enzo or some shit like that. So I hope they don't blow their load on that right now. But
aren't they planning on bringing Itami in? So wouldn't he be like the WrestleMania guy?
That's true, actually, yeah. So I guess it just gets sidelined, so he might as well have a run at the belt now. He probably wouldn't take it because, like, why? You know, like, what does that do?
Yeah. Exactly, yeah.
That's kind of boring.
They got a long match again though, which was nice.
It was a good match. Again, I enjoyed it.
They're finding their feet. They're finding their feet on the main. It was like they finally found this nice balance where everybody gets to kind of get their shit in.
Yeah, just put them in fatal four ways.
Get your shit in.
I don't know, man. That's what they always used to do in WCW. It was like these wild tag matches and like 6-mans and just fucking random shit and just like go out there and flip and like it's kind of like for people who like it, it's a 10, 12 minutes of fun. For people who don't, it's a piss break. I mean, like it's great, man. It's a win-win. Kids love it.
Exactly.
Kids, meaning me, loves it.
I don't know. I don't see Cedric winning. Yeah, I hope Drew does it, man. Drew and Enzo would be a pretty fun little story till the end of the year. You know?
Yeah, because it's supposed to be for the Rumble, right?
Yeah, probably, right?
Yeah, so it'll be a nice kind of build to it.
I don't know. Raw's been really random with the title shots lately. Like they could end up with it being on a random Raw or something if they want to blow it off.
I think it might be
give you that whole like
next week, yeah.
Huh. Yeah, it could be good. But yeah, then we had was it Seth and Sheamus?
This was
you missed Bray and Matt, man.
Oh
shit.
Yeah, we can talk about that. That was classic.
So nice they did it twice.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was basically the same spot from last week.
Yeah, he's got a cool new graphic.
But it was amazing.
It shatters. It's like Woken.
Yes, I like that.
The laugh.
I'm into it, man. Like it's all good.
It's just like loved it so much.
Yeah, no, that was great. I like how he's incorporating Sister Abigail too and shit like that.
Yep. I read that they might do a compound match.
Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah.
Why a compound match?
I
I hope they let Matt produce it though.
Yes.
Instead of whoever the hell they.
That'd be a perfect time to. Yeah. And when's Jeff supposed to come back? Because that'd be a good time to introduce him, bring him back.
Probably Rumble-ish.
Jeff Hardy, shit.
So yeah, if they held it off, they could definitely bring in Brother Nero.
Yeah.
Brother Nero.
He might be okay now. Fuck.
Yeah, it's very possible. Yeah.
That guy's kind of superhuman and always has been.
Oh yeah, he's nuts. It's all those pills he be taking.
Just doesn't
Anymore, man. He's pissing in a cup now.
Yeah,
Oh,
true. Yeah.
yeah. He's like, where are my drugs?
He's got one of those part-time contracts like Brock.
There's no piss test. Yes.
Yeah, yes.
I don't know. I hope.
No sign,
I feel like
no piss test, around.
I feel like they're going like longer on this Bray Matt thing than like just the end of the month or the Rumble or anything. So I hope they kind of run it through like Elimination Chamber or something, and maybe Bray gets a partner, and it's like Broken Hardys versus Bray and somebody.
Well, he
What
said
if
like
it's Bray Wyatt and Sister Abigail, but it's just him every time he like gets beat up, he rolls out of the ring, goes under it, puts on a wig, and then comes back up as Sister Abigail.
This sounds like Tyler Breeze.
take himself.
Just him tagging with himself.
Tag.
I swear to God, you were just like obsessed with Bray Wyatt destroying his own character with his Sister Abigail crap.
I really wanted to see what it was going to look like, and I'm kind of disappointed we never got
Not
it.
worth it, man. The wrestling
God totally worth it.
The wrestling God saved us.
Dude, he's already screwed anyways, being with Matt Hardy. Like, no matter what he does, he's going to be seen as like the shittier version of Matt Hardy now.
It's a joke.
They ruined him already.
Kind of shitty, but it's like a complete joke feud. But it's kind of below Bray, I guess you'd say. But like,
no, but Bray just comes off as shitty now because we just see a better version of it. You know what I mean?
I don't know if it's a better version of it. It's a weirder version of it.
It's just more like, over version, I guess you could say.
I mean, if they let Bray do what he wanted to do, I bet you it would be just as good. Like, Matt got it over because he had creative control, and who knows if Woken is as good as Broken, you know?
Yeah, Bray Wyatt's great. You could have some creative control over this. I could fucking see that.
You don't think Bray has control over his promos at all?
Yeah, no, sure.
Like, he needs to be produced more. It's just him saying dumb shit like,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Fighters will come and they will come fast.
Yeah, but I'm sure like if you let Bray out in the wild with his character, I bet he goes like some straight up like weird Manson fucking dark shit, you know?
Exactly. That's what you want.
But they got to keep it PG, baby. So it's like he kind of trails off into nothing instead of being like this intimidating cult leader like he should be, you know?
Should be murdering folks on a weekly basis.
Like I think of Bray like Undertaker back in the Attitude Era, like crucifying dudes and like having some magic powers and shit. Like that would be perfect for him, man. But they don't got the balls to do it anymore.
Shitty.
I don't think it would get over nowadays, man. It's too weird.
Crucifying always gets over. Okay.
Crucifying, I'm not sure about that. Shit was questionable back then, man. I remember. Oh goddamn, that was like I was sitting there. Stone Cold getting crucified. That was a moment. Don't forget that one.
Oh yeah.
Don't forget
Stephanie
that one.
Man too. And
it's crazy.
Everyone gets crucified. Yeah.
The 90s. When you look back, the 90s were friggin' wild.
Oh yeah.
Wild.
Oh yeah. They didn't hold back.
Back to Zo Train for a sec too. Naya made another appearance near the Zo Train, but it was actually good news, Johnny. I don't know if you picked up on the subtle messages.
That she had cut her hair?
Well, she was like, Enzo, let me know when you got a moment to talk. You know, whenever you got time, implying that they really haven't talked or done anything yet, buddy.
Yeah. So my wife hasn't fucked another man yet.
And she just keeps like running into him at work. You know, couldn't she like text him or slide those DMs or something? Like, does she really even want to talk to Enzo?
That's how we met. Was me sliding in her DMs. So
exactly right.
She's into it, man. Like
she knows what's up with the DMs, and she could slide that game right over to Enzo, and she chooses not to, Johnny. So I mean, it's looking good, buddy. Good episode or off your marriage.
I got a theory here. She's doing this only on the cameras so that John, you see it, because she wants you to fix your marriage because she's having issues, and she's like, this is the only way I can talk to him now. Because on the TV, so I'm pretending to hit on this guy.
Call her or talk to her. Like, come on.
Clearly you're not. Clearly you're doing something wrong.
I mean, we haven't had sex yet, no, but like, still, I'm scared to have sex, so my excuse.
Like in general, or with her?
In general, but more with her in general. Like
that's fair.
My own penis, yes.
I'm glad it's not just her because that'd be really insulting.
To have sex.
Like That's some marriage counseling stuff right there. I guess you guys are already in counseling. That's several layers of counseling.
Yeah,
Multiple therapists.
we got the guy who did Kane and Daniel Bryan to help us out. So.
Oh, nice.
let's get back on track here.
Anyway, Naya and Enzo moves along. I still don't know where the hell it goes, and I bet you they don't either.
Oh god, no, yeah.
They're just like, give Naya something to do. Give Naya something else to do. They freaking love her, man. They just love her. Johnny, they're you. They're you, buddy.
If you're watching this podcast, love you.
Nobody's watching it.
So yeah, we can move on.
We could probably lump the 3 matches in together because they were pretty much just the 3 same matches.
Well,
Except
although
for
there was
Jordan getting involved.
There was a little bitchy child that showed up and screwed up one of them and ended up being the center point of that match. So maybe just the other 2, and then we'll split into Jason Jordan and his whole I want to get my ass kicked by Joe storyline.
Yeah. I was saying I was telling John, I was kind of like listening during the Reigns and Cesaro match. They kept talking about how Cesaro was working the arm, and they're like, "Oh, he's got him in a really bad armbar right now. Like Reigns might tab." So I clicked to see what it is, and he just got him in like an arm lock. He's like attacked to this.
To be fair, that was an excellent match.
I'm sure it was. Yeah, I'm like all 3 of them were definitely good. I mean, it's like 6 great workers, right?
I would say
Sheamus.
What's that? What'd you say?
Did you cut off?
Me?
Oh, you.
No, you, John. You said something about Sheamus.
Oh, it was just a good match.
Oh,
it was. It was.
Yeah.
It was. Seth and Sheamus didn't like do a ton for me. Like I was like, yeah, that was good. Whatever. I don't really care for Sheamus still, even though I like him more now than like probably his whole run. Seth's a little boring to me right now, and you put those 2 together, and I don't care.
It's kind of a shitty mix, but like Sheamus is killing it, and I'll never deny him that.
Oh yeah, no, he's doing really well right now. I just kind of whatever.
You know, like that's the problem. He has to wake up every day and be Sheamus.
Yeah.
He's got that spinal stenosis too, so it's not good.
Oh god.
Solidarity, Johnny. Solidarity, buddy.
Hey man, if Sheamus can wrestle with spinal stenosis, you can, John.
Hey.
I have scoliosis, you.
Same thing. I don't know.
Spinal S, whatever.
Yeah, it's in your spine, so it's.
But Seth and Sheamus put on a pretty good show. I feel like I've seen it like a goddamn gajillion times. I forget if they've had a one-on-one. I assume they have in the last 6 months that the Bar Almost Shield feud has been going on. But I'm ready for it to end in whatever incarnation and shit it takes. I just kind of want these guys to go another way.
I feel like it'll be one more 6-man, and then it's like done forever.
I hope it's done forever. Because I don't know what else they could do, honestly. But I did like Cesaro and Roman, and I sure hope that Vince was watching pretty closely backstage.
He was eating a burrito.
You know, Vince is never watching Cesaro's matches.
Only when it's a Roman Reigns match.
Even then, he's probably like, yeah.
There's no way. Vince is all oiled up backstage watching his Roman Reigns.
He's all oiled up.
Like he usually does.
Get my oil.
I'm like, oh yeah.
It's a Roman segment. Give me my oil. You know, but like that's one of those ones where I hope Cesaro comes back through the curtain and like goes up to Vince at Gorilla and is like, "So,
like him in now?
Is that what you were looking for?"
You know he's gonna say, "Yeah, you're great in the ring, but you can't talk. That's why you have a mouth guard in right now."
You not hear me talking throughout the match.
Yeah, no, like he definitely deserves a lot more, and then he's given credit for. It's pretty ridiculous that
I think like it's good for him to get a little Reigns rub there because like I think when like Reigns is a great worker, man, and like when people get to show off with him, I think it only ever serves to benefit them.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so those two were pretty much like you kind of knew where they were going. One was going to win one was going to win the other. You know, like whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
I thought, I wasn't sure if they were going to go DQ on the Joe and Ambrose match, but they gave Joe the win, which is nice.
Strong win too.
Yeah,
really. Strong win. I don't remember Ambrose ever getting choked out.
Yeah, I mean, they did kind of do the whole, Ambrose technically got the win, but Jason Jordan screwed it up.
Oh yeah.
because you got the 3 count. So Ambrose still kind of comes out, looking well. But
he didn't hit Dirty Deeds though. It was just that lame ass fucking top rope elbow. So
I thought he had Dirty Deeds. Oh well, then okay, yeah, I guess.
It was just a setup, man. Joe was just strategically staying down because he's smart.
Yes,
smart whale.
He knows what's up.
But I kind of like Jason Jordan's involvement for once. I think it actually worked, and he actually added to something for once in his fucking career on Raw here.
I would say life in general. Yeah.
And he called Kurt not dad.
Ooh.
The little rift in that angle relationship.
But I like how he came out. I liked all his little involvements in the match. Like it all flowed really nice and was logical and didn't like seem clunky. Like the kid knows where to stand and what to do. Like he's always been good at that part.
The kid knows where to stand.
He knows how to put him in the ring. Looks like $1 million bucks, and he knows how to stand.
And he knows how to get that belly to belly ready to go. He always just hugs the guy. Just do it, man. What are you doing?
Those spots were great though. Like Ambrose hits the suicide, Joe hits the suicide, Jordan gets both the suicides.
Yeah.
And I hope Jason Jordan gets his fucking ass kicked so hard by Samoa Joe in the near future.
He won't. It'll be like probably a pretty back and forth match.
I think he'll probably get choked out though.
Oh, he's losing for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it might be the thing that like makes him snap.
Into woken Jason Jordan.
Woke Jason Jordan
anymore.
Or he starts calling Joe Dad instead.
Oh, what's up, Dad? How you doing? How you feel?
Samoan Daddy.
Samoan Daddy.
So it turns out Kurt Angle isn't my father. It's Samoa Joe. The test lab got smiles mixed up.
Jason Jordan just has daddy issues, and he keeps going up to everybody, being like, "Are you my dad? Are you my dad? Are you my dad?
Where's my dad?
Where's my daddy?" And then Chad Gable shows up, and he's like, "I'm your dad. I'm actually been your dad this whole time. JJ.
I'm actually a 55-year-old man."
I can believe that. For sure.
He's Benjamin Buttoning.
Yes.
I'm Benjamin Buttoning. I didn't know that was like an adjective.
How's that not been in WWE yet?
The Benjamin Buttoning.
Don't give him any ideas, man. Ideas, shit. Vince has probably never seen the movie or knows it exists.
Yeah.
So. It's 3 hours long. I'll say that. And it's very boring. So I understand.
Then we got to the main event.
Which was pretty dope. I'm not entirely sure about the end.
Oh, I got a theory.
And the implications.
Yeah, I have a theory.
But it's a good Haas match. Good Haas match.
It's what's happening is Braun took out Kane. So next week we're gonna have Braun against Finn to determine the new No More contender.
Ooh.
Which won't happen, but
I don't see it happening though, because Finn would just get destroyed in short order.
You just beat the 2 Mr.
Yeah, come on, man. He's got credibility here.
I feel like it sucks because Kane and Finn were in this kind of mini thing. So Finn could have got tossed into this whole thing with any kind of foresight. And instead of wrestling the Miz Taraj for nothing, he could have at least been back and forth between Braun and Kane as this. You remember that Dan O'Brien, Mark Henry, Big Show kind of 3-way feud?
Favorite cage match ever. He just tried to run away the whole time.
Exactly. Maybe Finn's less of a bitch about it, but something like that where he is Johnny, where are you going?
I'll be back. Don't worry.
Jesus, you can just leave. You gotta give it.
I'll get my charger.
Where he's Finn's clearly the underdog and has to use his speed over everything to compete. I don't know, man. He's not doing anything anyway. What's the harm, you know? You don't think he's over, but just throw him in there with these 2 big dudes and watch him try.
What about a Fatal 4-Way at the Rumble?
I don't know.
That'd be insane. Finn just chilling there, and they're just tossing him around to each other.
Playing catch with them?
Yeah.
It basically would be. Shit. I don't think Finn, as much as they've cooled him off too hard, man. They're right that he's not ready for a Lesnar match because he's done jack shit for 6-8 months now, you know? I don't think he's near hot enough for that. And especially losing to Kane on Raw twice and just getting basically blasted, you know, every time he shows up, and he's not in a spot to do it. I don't see him being in a spot before Mania to do anything like that.
Yeah, I mean they do have a month, but at this point, it seems like they're not really going in that direction. So
Now it's Braun again, sadly. Actually, not sadly. That might be a good match. We'll see.
I feel like it's going to be a three-way with Kane. Honestly,
Gross. Okay.
I do like though. Do you see they when they did the tail of the tape for Braun and Kane, and they said their monster moment? And Kane, you didn't see that?
no.
Sponsored by
Oh
Monster.
yeah, man. So their monster moment was Braun's was flipping an ambulance, obviously,
Of course.
and Kane's was crushing Braun in an garbage truck.
That's not.
Which how's that? That's not a monster moment. That's just him pushing a button.
Tried to murder him, bro. He's the monster.
Hasn't Kane murdered like several people?
That's what I'm saying. He has so many more monster moments, but they picked the most ridiculous one.
He buried the Undertaker alive. I mean, like, Jesus Christ.
He burned Jim Ross alive. He fucking did the cables to Shane McMahon's nuts.
That's true. That's true. Although I was reminded the other day that in kayfabe, you know, Undertaker is like a gigantic villain who murdered his parents and tried to kill his brother.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody ever really thinks about that anymore.
No, but I mean, because he had that American Badass run and we forgot about it.
Hey, man, that might be coming back. Did you see that T-shirt?
No.
They released this Undertaker shirt where he's like opening his jacket and it's the American flag. And when have they ever had America and Undertaker cross except when Badass comes after it, you know?
Unless he's promoting Eminem's new album, but
yeah, right.
American Badass.
American Badass is my
might
favorite.
be more of a Johnny Cash. Might be more of a Johnny Cash kind of dude.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, I think
Undertaker.
Undertaker's into Carly Rae Jepsen. Okay. All right.
What was he? Was that concert he was at the other day?
Yeah, exactly. It was just, hey, I just met you. This is crazy. My number, call me maybe.
Taker just loves that shit. Loves Call Me Baby.
Yeah, man. Him.
Yeah, I don't know. You guys have anything else
I
to say
think
about Raw? Or?
I think it's gonna be a triple threat Rumble. Kane takes the pin so that Braun can stay strong for I don't know Roman. I want to say.
Yeah.
After Mania, and I also have this feeling like Braun's gonna pin Lesnar before Lesnar's run's over here, like maybe SummerSlam or something.
I could see that. I mean, it feels like maybe they're doing something with. You could always have. I mean, they don't want to do it, but you could always have Strowman beat Lesnar at the Rumble, and then Lesnar gets his rematch at Mania, and it's a triple threat. But
this is all about Roman, man.
I know,
but they're not going to dilute it. They're not going to dilute it with Braun right now. You know.
Yeah.
They've come this far, and I feel like it's going to be a one-on-one, and it's just going to be a matter of making them both uber super strong going into it. And I think he goes over Braun, or preferably Kane, so that Braun stays, you know, available, because he already lost once to Lesnar, right? So he loses once. He comes closer this time and kind of gets killed by Kane and Lesnar together or something. Like he comes closer.
Yeah. Yeah,
and then
like,
he comes back and he's like, then he finally conquers the beast, and maybe they give him Heyman and all this shit, you know?
Oh, yeah, I'm into that, yeah.
Like, he's the future, man. He's the future big guy for the next decade. They gotta give him everything. Like,
exactly.
You know, they'll have Roman beat Lesnar, but Lesnar will still look epic, and then they'll have Braun beat him too, and then he'll probably fuck off. You know, there's not a lot of money left in him anymore.
Yep.
So anyway, Braun's the dude for now.
Yeah, yeah. It was a good end to the show. He got his he ended the show again. Usually ends the show, which is great.
It was a pretty good Raw, man. Like, you know, there was a lot of continuity. The Shield bar stuff ran all the way through it. It was, you know, pretty fair. Like,
yeah,
they linked segments together. Like the Absolution thing was over 2 segments. Yep. 205 was over 2 segments. Like it all, you know.
My wife isn't cheating on me. It's a
that's the highlight.
Day, buddy.
That's the highlight.
It's a good day.
But yeah, no, it was like you said, enjoyable Raw. It's always good when they have a decent amount of matches too that go very long. So
yeah, I like that better than them trying to dick around with poorly written backstage segments.
Yes. But, so yeah, that's been the recap of Raw.
Yes, Raw. December 12th edition of
December 11th.
Oh shoot, it went over.
Yeah, it's midnight.
Right. December 11th. There we go.
SmackDown review. We go late here at KPS.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll be back with a SmackDown live review tomorrow.
Yep.
As well, and every other week, as long as the 3 of us are around webcams, at least.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
All right. Anyways, thanks for watching this. And,
thanks for watching, everybody. Follow Insta, Twitter at Kick Punch Stomp.
And Facebook as well too now. Kick Punch
Right.
Stomp. And
Pinterest as well.
we got a Pinterest page. Nice.
Nice.
Tumblr.
Nice.
Maybe a Tumblr.
Tumblr. We got a Yik Yak, a Vine.
I did a MySpace. Just why not? Much
That's
content
cool.
as possible.
Cool, right? Like
We have
Well,
one
I'll
friend.
do
It's that one guy.
I'll do up a gab. I'll do up a gab for us.
There you go. There you go. We're all over the place. Check us out everywhere.
4chan. We'll be on 4chan tomorrow.
Yes.
4chan.
Anyways, KPS.
All right.
Peace.
Hey, boys.